Wow, potential for the fourth stimulus check update. Yes, the possibility of fourth stimulus check. Now, recently there have been some buzz about a $2,000 stimulus check petition. Now, you might wonder if it's still active, what's really going on? Well, let me show you. It has already got like 30 million signatures or so. Well, this is the one right over here. It's a $2,000 stimulus check. There was a lot of buzz about the stimulus check petition. Now, you might be wondering whether it's still active, and here you can see it's active onto the change.org for the $2,000 stimulus check. Now, you might be wondering what's really going on. Well, here's the straight scoop. This one represents a beacon of hope, and it's essential to monitor the updates on this topic very closely, as it could have a direct and immediate impact on your financial well-being for many people, 80 million people to be exact. And yes, we are talking about the Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA survivors. Today in this video, I'll be breaking down all the details and providing comprehensive information. So guys, without further ado, let's jump right into all the details. Alright guys, so let's check it out the latest developments and understand the economic indicators that influence such decisions of fourth stimulus check. And upon taking a look at it, individuals can better prepare for their potential stimulus check payments and make informed financial decisions regarding it. Honestly, I'm really excited to share all the details regarding this topic. So without further ado, let's deep dive into it. Alright guys, so before we deep dive into the details, let me address a common question that has been flooding the comment section. Question goes like this: is there going to be another round of stimulus check? Has it been approved? When we can expect the next round of stimulus check? Who qualifies for the stimulus check and how much it will be? Now, these are some queries that have been echoing in through the community, and it's precisely that we are talking about and explore in today's video. But first, I would like to thank everybody who has joined us. Whether you're a long-time subscriber or a newcomer, your support is invaluable. I'm here to provide you all the latest details, providing you all the latest information as it unfolds, simplifying the complex topics into short and concise videos. So make sure to hit that like, share this video, subscribe to our channel, and let's jump right into it. Alright guys, now let's address the elephant into the room, the current economic climate. Now, it's no secret that things have been rather peculiar this year. Economic conditions are shifting very rapidly, and that's something we have been witnessing consistently. Bizarre updates seems to surface almost each and every day. It's my duty to bring you all the latest developments. So what's brewing regarding the potential fourth stimulus check? Well, it's intimately connected to the unemployment rate and the jobs market. Now you see, in the times of economic uncertainty, there are few economic indicators that officials closely monitor, and high up onto that list is an unemployment rate. Now, to understand this, let's talk about economic cycles. Now, we have periods of economic prosperity where everything is blooming, perhaps even a little overheated. Then there are times where economic contraction happens, things like recession and more severe economic crises like housing market crash in 2008 and initial COVID-19 pandemic in early 2020. Now, during these contractions, government intervenes with a massive stimulus packages, it often involving trillions and trillions of dollars to restart and reinitiate the economy. Now, you might be wondering why focus on unemployment? Well, it's because when unemployment rate soars, it's clear sign that economy is struggling right now. Companies of all the sizes laying off the workers in large numbers, and that's the situation we have been witnessing recently. And the significance lies in the fact that stimulus measures are often deployed to rejuvenate the economy, and they do this by channeling the funds directly to the American people. Now picture it like this: when economy is in slump, it's akin a feeling of drained, like you have hit an low energy. Now that's when policymakers come with their metaphorical energy drinks, stimulus check, what they call. They print out bunch of money and distribute to the public to boost the spending, which in turn stimulates the economy and its activity activity. Therefore, it's a way to rejuvenate, re-energize the economy very rapidly. But here's the kicker. This approach hinges on monitoring the economy's health very closely, so it might be tempting to think that we could simply ask Congress for another round of stimulus check, but reality is it's more bit but the reality is it's little bit difficult. The decisions aren't solely driven by the public sentiment or petitions, but rather economic indicators as we have discussed earlier. So what we are keeping our eyes on to? Well, first and foremost, the Federal Reserve and its actions and its statements, they provide a crucial insight into the state of the economy. Additionally, we are monitoring the inflation. Even though it might not be everyone's favorite topic right now, the government's stance on inflation will be likely change as economic circumstances evolve. And lastly, we closely watching onto the jobs market as it's a leading indicator on economic health if it takes turns for the worse. And it could trigger more stimulus check measures in that regards. Now talking about what's the deal with the stimulus check, well, to put it simply, they are financial injection of the funds into the economy, and when economy is taking a downturn, when businesses are struggling, people are losing their jobs all across the place, government steps in and they essentially print up substantial amount of fund to distribute directly right here into the economy, into the people's hand, with a simple goal in their mind to boost the spending and stimulate economic activity. It's like giving the economy a energy shot. Now you might be wondering, why not just give the money to businesses or banks? Well, it's because they want you, the everyday American, to spend those money. And when you spend that money into the businesses, various different sectors, goods and services, businesses benefit from that spending. They start receiving more and more orders, more sales, more revenues, therefore more profits will be generated. And when businesses thrive, they begin hiring more and more people. So in a nutshell, stimulus check encourage the spending, which in turn rejuvenates the economy. But here's the thing, this process is highly dependent on overall health of the economy. Think of it like a barometer. So the most crucial indicator is the unemployment rate. When unemployment rate soars, it's a glaring sign that economy is in trouble and businesses, both the large and small corporations, are start laying off the workers in significant numbers. So it's during that time when government feels that there is a need to intervene. Otherwise, we can't able to save the economy. Therefore, they need to intervene to jumpstart the economy by injecting a significant amount of funds into it. Now, this helps to counteract the negative effect of the economic slump. Now let's talk about the topic which has been making headlines recently, the inflation. Now while inflation might seem like it's still a crucial factor, government stance on inflation changes as government's economic circumstances evolve, and right now there is a concern about it because here's the thing, well, it's because they have got to focus on something. But here's the catch, when economy is truly taking a hit, when unemployment rate is skyrocketing, businesses are struggling, and even more, inflation becomes a less priority. In fact, if the economy is contracting, they might even welcome a little bit of a inflation, and the focus will shift away from the inflation and towards reviving the economy. And that's why inflation concerns can fade into background during these important times. Now, I have heard many discussions about bringing inflation down to 2%, but let's be real right over here, it's not going to be easy. Now, I have heard discussions about bringing the inflation down to 2%, but let's be real right over here, guys, it's not gonna going to be an easy thing. To achieve that, we would need a very high unemployment rate, and that's not something policymakers want. So if it comes anywhere close to that, they will start stimulating the economy very rapidly, which means printing a lot of money and distributing it to the people. In summary, while we all might wish that we could simply ask Congress for another round of stimulus check, fourth stimulus check whenever we need it, in reality it's more intricate. Our pleas and petitions don't drive these decisions. Instead, it's the health of the economy, the unemployment rate, and other economic indicators that take the lead. So why should you care about the economic jargon? Well, it's because it directly impacts whether you'll see another round of stimulus check and how much those checks might impact your finances. As we move forward, we need to keep our close attention onto the jobs market as it's a leading indicator of economic health. Therefore, the path to the more stimulus check isn't solely in our hands. It's complex interplay between economic factors and government policies. So as we navigate through these uncertain times, now recently there have been some buzz about a $2,000 stimulus check petition. Now you might wonder if it's still active, what's really going on? Well, let me show you. It has already got like 30 million signatures or so. Well, this is the one right over here. It's a $2,000 stimulus check. There was a lot of buzz about the stimulus check petition. Now you might be wondering whether it's still active, and here you can see it's active onto the change.org for the $2,000 stimulus check. Now you might be wondering what's really going on. Well, here's the straight scoop. Now honestly, it's out there, but there is not much going on as it doesn't hold much of a sway in grand scheme of the things. Petitions, even with those millions and millions of signatures, here you can see it's got like 30 millions of signatures, and it's a nice gesture that people really need the stimulus check. People really need the support as of right now. But here is the thing, it won't magically sway Congress to cut a hefty check for every American. It's a great way to voice our opinion, our desires collectively, but it's not driving force behind the Congress decisions. So while it's disheartening to see the petitions making the rounds, but here is the thing. Now if petitions could have such an impact, why didn't we see ongoing or $2,000 stimulus checks sooner? Well, the reality is government makes decision based on economic conditions and not by looking at our petitions. Well, it would be really fantastic if we could simply ask for financial assistance and receive it whenever we need it. That's not how the game is played. Economy's health is the compass that guides the decision of the fourth stimulus check. Make sure to hit that like